How's it going, Smokey? Welcome
I
to, I guess, my personal stream. Uh, Not Scoring Covers Promotions, just Cameron Adamson. But how is it going for you? Doing well?
oh yeah, I'm great, man. Glad to have you. I'm glad you had me on here.
Yeah, it's fun. Like I said, it's trying something different. I'm not used to doing kind of co-streams, especially on this channel. So something different. But what has been happening? What's been going on? What
Oh,
is
nothing.
new
I
in the
got
life?
some shit on.
Well, so that's Pennywise, right? So you know I'm a fan of scary movies too. So you got your Pennywise hat, it looks like. Is your
Man,
shirt Beetlejuice? Who's on your shirt? The Joker?
the Joker as Mona Lisa.
Okay, nice. So then who's your favorite Joker, if you had to pick one?
um, I gotta go with the Dark Knight, man. Heath
Okay,
Ledger.
so Heath Ledger. I love The Dark Knight. I'm not a huge like comic book fan. I never really got into the Marvel movies, anything like that. But I do like Batman. He's my favorite, I think, of all the superheroes. He's the one I go to the most frequently.
Well, I love all comics and stuff, but I'm a big Joker fan. If I love Batman because of Joker.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think I guess this might be debatable. We'll see who wants to jump in and get involved in the debate. But I think Batman has the best villains of any comic book superhero.
100%. 100%. I agree. he had
Who's
some of the
your
most he
sorry?
had
I
some
was
of
going to say, who's your favorite Batman of them all?
honestly, this is a really, really, really sketchy one, but George Clooney, man.
Ah,
He did a
you're going for the controversy. What about the George Clooney Batman did you like?
honestly, because he was more in my opinion, he was more believable. I mean, like he actually took the role serious. If you really watch it. Like, he even said it in an interview. He was like, "The most nervous I've ever been in my life was being Batman." And that is why I liked it, if you know what I mean. Because you gotta be nervous to play that part. It's not just a fucking mask.
I mean, as someone who has had many scary movie hot takes over the years, I can't knock you for having your own hot take about comic movies. For me, I got to go with Ben Affleck, even though
I
I'm not a
like
huge
Ben
fan of
uh,
the mixing Batman with Superman and stuff because I think the two worlds are just so different. I was a fan of Ben Affleck's take on Batman,
oh, yeah, definitely. I love Ben Affleck too. And
but it. Oh,
another
go ahead.
one, uh the Dark Knight version one, that guy did a really good Batman too.
Christian Bale,
I
he was great.
Yeah,
Although
Christian
even
Bale.
the most recent one, what was his name? Robert Pattinson. I really liked the most recent Batman. I forget what it was just called The Batman, right? Starring Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, the
Oh,
Penguin. I thought that was a great movie.
I don't think I've seen that one yet.
It was good. It was really good. It's amazing how the Batman is the one superhero character, even though it's a crazy premise, he feels like it could happen, right? Like he feels like a real character in a way that even Iron Man doesn't, right? Where the technology is so advanced. Batman feels like real technology, a real person. Uh,
Yeah, because he was just a rich dude that said, "Fuck this fucked up world."
but you could argue so is Iron Man, and yet Iron Man doesn't feel realistic because the technology that Iron Man plays around with is so. I mean, Hawkeye might be closer in some ways to that. Hawkeye's not a rich dude, but
Because
Batman.
who
There's
the
just something. It works really well. The problem is bringing Batman into the world of Superman and the world of aliens and stuff. Then it starts to feel very different.
but Gotta give it to him. He is the only one to ever truly take out Superman. Like,
Oh
even
yeah,
in
that's true.
the
At least movie wise, I'm not familiar with the comics, so I can't say whether in the comics he did or not. But I know in the movie he did, and I did. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I did like the movies. I preferred the. I would have preferred the Ben Affleck version of Batman in the Christopher Nolan movies. I think that would have been really cool.
what's up? What's up, people? How y'all doing today?
We got a
He,
Vivi. I'm gonna go with
I,
Vivi. Vivi, hit that subscribe button. This is my personal channel. We're just hanging out. So, speaking of movies, and what movies are you most looking forward to coming out in the next little bit, Smokey? Anything you really want to see?
honestly, I am really wanting to see the even though I haven't got to see it yet and everybody else has, Stitch. I want to see the new Stitch.
Never. What's that? I never even heard of that. I don't think.
Lilo and Stitch? You've never heard of Lilo and Stitch?
Oh, okay. I've heard of Lilo and Stitch. That was a cartoon, right, from back in the day in
But
Hawaii.
they into a real version. Like, yeah.
So that was okay. 20. Yeah. See, I don't really keep up with Disney stuff. So when
I
he
am
first,
doing Bibby. Sorry.
yeah, no, Vivi looks very happy to have you, Vivi. Let me know if you have any movies you're looking forward to seeing. I was thinking when you said Stitch, maybe it was a horror movie I missed because Stitch. I was thinking like stitches to sew up a wound because I love scary movies. So I was like, is there a horror movie I'm not aware of? But
They're talking about a new Smile. I am looking forward to that one.
I enjoyed the second Smile a lot. I wasn't a big fan of the first one, but the second one, the sequel, I really enjoyed. We have another Vidai. I can't read
Yeah.
that to save my life. Vidai, hit the
I,
like and subscribe button. I hope you're doing well.
I don't know that language, brother or sister,
The what was
whatever
it
it is.
about? Did you prefer the first or second Smile? If you had to pick one.
First, that shit
Okay,
got me. That fucking.
I remember the scene where the head comes down through the window, right, where the neck kind of elongates. I thought that was really really cool.
Oh, that's
Apparently, that
Russian.
can you
I,
translate Vivi? And if you can translate, can you tell him to like and subscribe and all that good jazz? So
oh
what is
boy.
it? What is it about? Uh, so when you're going to look for the movies, do you tend to go for the comedies? Do you go for the scary? You say you're looking for Lilo and Stitch. That makes me think you're more of a comedy guy first.
Well, because of the wife. The wife doesn't really like scary movies like I do, so I gotta watch. I gotta watch. You know, I
Makes
don't want
sense.
to.
Happy wife, happy life.
I want to give her nightmares.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Is there what's her favorite?
What's her favorite? What's
Yeah,
your
movie.
favorite, babe? Deadpool. Deadpool. One of her
Okay.
favorite all time is Deadpool.
Did
What
you see
she
the most
didn't think
recent?
she did, yeah, it was it was corny, but they tried. They tried. They
It's
really tried.
it's no worry, Vivi, if you not good at English. I mean, I speak two languages. I speak English and bad English. So if you can speak English and French, you're doing better than me. See, I enjoyed Deadpool versus Wolverine. The problem with it, I thought, was because Deadpool and Wolverine like can't die. It takes a lot of the all the fight scenes are more comedic than actual. It doesn't feel like there's any real stakes because they can shoot each other a million times. They'll just keep coming back. So it turns every fight scene into kind of a more comedic enterprise.
What up, Courtney? How you doing
Yes,
today?
let's get this party started. Indeed. So is there? And so is Lilo and Stitch coming out in theaters or is it out of theaters now?
Already out. I'm pretty sure it just came out though. It's like still kind of newish.
Oh, Vivi agrees with your wife. I'm guessing her could be he, but I'm going to go with her for now. I'm going to assume Vivian. Favorite movie is Deadpool. So we got a couple people with the same taste in movies.
Like I could show you all my time to get a crunk, time to get a crunk, to get it
I,
crunk. Yeah,
I
sorry,
don't know what that even means.
crunk. It's like hype. It's like um, it's some hood shit. There we go.
I'm not cool enough to know these things, you know. But it's nice to know that Texas and wait, you're from Indianapolis, right? Indiana?
No, Georgia. I'm
Georgia.
from Georgia.
Okay.
I live in Minnesota. I
Okay,
just
so that's so yeah, so Midwest. Little John.
yeah, Lil John. And then you know crunk.
I don't. I just saw Texas Freemason put in. Just saw Courtney put in Little John. I have no idea. I mean, I like Little John. I like music. I've said before. I think music is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy. So, um, TS up as down. I don't even know what that means at all.
Lean with it, rock with it.
So you're
Sorry,
Minnesota, but you're Georgia originally. What part of Georgia? I think we talked about this before, but if not, or if I've forgotten, what part of Georgia are you from?
Augusta and Atlanta.
Okay,
So
I visited Atlanta years ago. It was a really cool city. That's as far as I've ever been in Georgia, just to Atlanta, but I loved it.
you glad you didn't go far in Atlanta.
I survived. I mean, people say that about. See, I'm going to go with Vivi or Vivi. See, I
Peace out, baby. Have a great
I'm
day.
always hearing about these things. People telling me that Detroit is dangerous, Chicago's dangerous, San Francisco, Atlanta. I've been to all of those cities, never felt unsafe, always felt welcomed. And now, obviously, a part of it probably depends on where I am in those cities,
I was
right?
about to. It depends, because downtown Atlanta is real bad. Bankhead, where I lived at, was really bad. um,
Also, when you're in a wheelchair, people are nicer to you. So maybe that's a big part of it as well, right?
very true.
What part
Staying
of
in a
Minnesota are you
stay,
in? Because I got some friends who live in Minnesota.
I'm in Appleton.
Is that close to Minneapolis?
I don't know. Is Appleton close to Minneapolis? Babe? I'm not quite sure on that.
Let's see, because I got family in Minneapolis. I'm gonna go say Appleton, Minnesota to Minneapolis. 3 hours, 3 hours away.
So not far at all. That's cool.
So, what are some things you're planning this weekend? You got Labor Day coming up. Anything exciting? Or based on what I know about you, I'm guessing even though it's Labor Day and meant to be a holiday for workers, you're going to be working.
I'm probably gonna be working.
What would you say are some of the because you work in a restaurant.
It's a
What is
bar
that?
and grill.
Sorry,
It's a bar and grill, but same
what
thing.
what's that like working? Because I mean, my experience of restaurants is either eating in them or watching The Bear on Disney Plus, which is one of my favorite TV shows. But what's your experience been like? What's it like working? Because sometimes you'll be on my chat and you'll say something like, "We just had 45 people show up," or "We just had whatever it is."
Yeah.
What's that like for you?
Well, like for example, when I'm one person and then you see 45 people walk in the door at one time, just like
How
Pretty
does
much.
that
That's,
happen? Because are you guys close to like some type of stadium or sporting event where maybe there's like a big event that takes place and then everybody shows up after the event or before the event? Or do you just find sometimes there's a big rush all at once?
yeah. There's usually just a big rush. Like the time that I told you that 45 people walked through the door, we're expecting more. That was a wedding. Like people just came back from a wedding and they were on their way back home. So after the wedding, they're all like, "Hey, let's go there because you're the only people open right now."
How late do you guys stay open till?
Well, everything in this town closes at 10. So, but I
What is
usually get out at 10. Like everything, everything closes at 10. Everything,
what
which I'm
what
not
is your
used to.
favorite
But
thing to cook? Out of curiosity, if you had to, so if I ever go there and eat, what's your place of where do you work? If anybody wants to go and get some food there,
it's called Shooter's Bar and Grill.
Shooters Bar and Grill.
Yeah, and the pig wings are really good. I think I've told you about those before. The pig wings are fucking mwah. um, if you don't know what a pig wing is,
I
it.
don't.
All right, it's pork loins, right? Like pork loins that sliced very thinly, and then we dip them in batter, and then we deep fry them, and then we we uh we like put it in three different types of sauces because we got barbecue, we got mild, and then we got nuclear.
Oh, you did tell me about those. Okay, and you said you can handle spicy, right? So you go for the nuclear, I think is what you told me.
I use barbecue and nuclear, and I put them together, and yeah.
That's right. Okay, so like I said, you are braver than I because I don't think I could handle nuclear. I mean, I can handle meat like Tabasco is about as far as I go in terms of spicy.
Oh
And
no,
so
brother. I
here's a
can
question
show you.
from Texas from Courtney. What's the
What
best
was
coffee shop?
here?
We're gonna go with
Um,
Appleton, yeah.
um, the convenience store.
Really? I wouldn't doubt it.
Dude, we don't. We have. This is all we have in this town: a Subway, two bars, which is the bar that I work at, and another one called Bad Barrels. Bad Apple. Apple Barrel. It's called Apple Barrel. That's the second bar, and then we got a Dollar General, two convenience stores, and that's it.
I mean, I will never knock convenience store coffee for the record. Like I love coffee. We all know this on the stream. My favorite coffee, I always say, is Dunkin' Donuts, Dunkin' Donuts Holiday Blend, uh, which I love it. But I'll drink any coffee, and man, I there's something wonderful about waking up early and going to a convenience store and getting coffee from like this dirty, dirty pot that the guy's never cleaned. Something very cool about it. So I like convenience store coffee. It's fine. It's
Here's my
wonderful.
This is my copy.
Oh, I can't do Monster. I got to stick to coffee. By the way, Courtney likes your outfit.
I appreciate that, Courtney. Yeah, I was showing Cameron. It's the clown, because I'm Smokey the Clown, and the Joker. Which, as soon as I see a couple other people join, I'll do the Joker impression for y'all because that's like that's my best impression I got, other than Beavis and Butthead. If y'all know who Beavis and Butthead is, I do a really, really, really good impression of Beavis.
We'll see if some of the people find the stream. What was it that made you decide to start live streaming on YouTube? Because you've been doing it for what? I think I looked at your channel, but I can't remember how long. It's been a couple years, right? I know you did your covers
No,
earlier, but in terms of
that
just live streaming,
for whenever I started my own YouTube channel, it it was really weird for me because first off, I know this is contradicting because I'm always on a camera now, but I don't like being on a camera. I don't like taking pictures and shit. Um, so yeah, it's just I figured for a long most of my life I spent off grid, like completely off grid. I was even using my mom's email for a very, very long time so I can have YouTube and shit like that. And I was like, so I'm not living no bad life, and I haven't been for a very long time. Why am I still living off grid? And one of my homies was like, dude, you should start a YouTube channel, man. You're fucking funny. And you smoke a lot and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, you got like 4,000 subscribers and you do the same thing I do, so why the fuck not? And I've only been doing it for maybe what, 2, 3 months, babe? Something like that. 4
maybe
months top.
maybe I was thinking a couple years because of your streams, which I mean, oh, you're not your streams, sorry, your cover songs. I know the ones you sent me are 10 years old. Uh,
That was on
what got you
other
in?
YouTubes.
Were they just talking to you and telling you like, "Hey, why don't you take a few moments to come hang out on our stream and do some covers?" Or how'd that come about?
Well, the one with David, me and David were well, at the time we were friends, but we're not anymore because some really fucked up shit happened, but we'll leave that in the past. But
That stuff happens. It happens. Friendships come and go. Usually, I find, oh, if you give it enough time, friendships tend to return. But they people are like ships in the night, right?
and he was like, "Yo, I got a YouTube, man, and you got a voice. So could you do this with me?" And I'm like, "Let me get really fucked up first, and then we'll do it."
Well, why not, right? Why not put the stuff on YouTube? It's there. It's free to do. You might as well. And there's so much stuff on YouTube. It's insane. It's like ubiquitous, right? So it doesn't harm me. If it's great, everybody will see it and think it's awesome. And if it's not so great, you need to work on it. It's still out there, and people might still get enjoyment out of it. It's like why be, it's like why be nervous about it? I can understand if one thing I always say when people ask me if I get nervous putting stuff on YouTube or whatever it is, I say, well, if I was told that there's a bomb that will detonate in a building unless my
Right.
video gets 100 likes, then yes, I'll get very nervous. But otherwise, put it out there and let people find it if they want, and it's kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
Uh, And
Well, I
you
think
do have a good voice, by the way. As Texas says, he's proud of you. Right, your voice was good in were they both on the same channel? They were on different channels, right? The two covers you showed
some
me.
one was on my son's channel, which that's Tristan Lucas, and then the other one was on David's.
And otherwise, you mostly stream on Discord, right? Playing some video games. Or
No,
do you just have the Discord channel?
Discord is I don't think you can even stream on Discord. I'm not sure about that. I just got a lot of friends that are on Discord, and so that's how we communicate and, you know, yeah.
What is your? Because I know you said you're not. And you've talked with us. You're not a big social media
Yeah.
kind of guy. But of the different things that you are on, I guess the two would be YouTube and Discord for use. Which one do you prefer? And what is it about whichever one? Like, what is it about YouTube versus Discord?
I've been a YouTube guy since you had to go to youtube.com and then you know. um, so yeah, YouTube's always been my shit, dude. I've loved YouTube whenever YouTube first started, man. I was just never on it. I was just watching everybody else's videos. But
What is it you love about YouTube in particular? What is it that attracted you to it?
music, the music, the music's the thing that got me into it because there was a lot of artists that you would never even know. Oh, I believe it or not, Courtney, I am a juggalo. 100% a juggalo. I've been a juggalo since the 80s, man.
Were ICP around in the 80s? I had no idea. I always thought of them as like a 90s
They
invention.
were inner city posse back then.
And so yeah, you have been around them since, or at least a follower. They're from Detroit, right? They're from Michigan.
Yep.
So you'd think I would love them more, being I live in Windsor and Detroit's right over there, but I never got into them. Uh, they did a lot of wrestling stuff too.
Yeah. JCW is still going, man. That is a very awesome, awesome thing.
So how did you discover them? If they were, because I'm assuming they were rocking out primarily in Detroit, Michigan. How did you find them in Atlanta in the 80s? Or were they touring even back then?
Honestly, I used to do bad things whenever I was young. Okay. I used to sell import and export business. That's all I'm gonna say. If
We'll
you
just
know,
leave it
you
at
know.
that.
If you know, you know. I was on the way to do a drop in Detroit, and I saw these two white dudes, and they were like passing out flyers and shit. And I'm like, huh, the fuck is that? So I walk over there, and they give me a CD, man, and that's all it was. Well, thank you.
I think that's really cool. I love stories like that. You never know the thing you're going to find, the thing you're going to discover that's going to be the next thing you love, right? The next song on the radio might be your new favorite song. The CD you get from somebody on the street might be your new favorite CD or your new favorite band, right? So, or in the
Exactly.
end up getting the tattoos.
Man, like I got this one. If you can't tell, kind of warped. It was like it was dead center in my arm, but over the years it's moved over a little bit and shit. I got this one over I was like 13, 14. I did it myself.
How'd you do it yourself? I'm trying to imagine. I feel like it'd be as hard as cutting your own hair trying to give yourself a tattoo. Like,
Mhm. Like that. Um,
I
but
would be worried if I'd be able to do it. Just looking at mine, just to work with one arm and have get the other one in position. That's very impressive. I mean, it's a great looking tattoo. The fact you did it yourself makes it even cooler.
and you want to know something that makes it even more interesting? That right there is not real ink. That is Kool-Aid and shampoo.
Well, let's give a disclaimer alert to anybody watching this. Do not use shampoo and Kool Aid if you are going to be doing your own tattoos. In fact, do not do your own tattoos. The last thing we need is to get sued. So
And
get it done by professional. But that's very cool. I mean, I know a lot of people when they're doing their own tattoos. Again, not recommending this, but a lot of people use ink from pens. I've heard to.
was complete prison style tattoo. Like I got taught by gangsters that were in prison how to do tattoos, you know? So um
It's
they
a good skill to have, I suppose. But let's not. Like I said, go to professional people watching this stream.
they uh they they burn chess pieces and they collect this like they put a cardboard box over the chess pieces being burnt, right? and the smoke is completely black, and it catches, the box catches the smut from the smoke, and then you scrape that black smut off, and then you mix it in with shampoo, and there's your
Yeah,
ink.
I mean, people use ash. I know in a lot. I mean, people I think used to use ash even just as like a form of ink, as a form of to write and stuff. So because it sticks, right? I mean, people if you get ash on your fingers, it's going to stick around forever. Hey, we got
Yep.
Ryan joining us.
What up, Ryan? How you doing today, brother?
I missed you at the coffee club this morning. I got there first thing in the morning. Couldn't stay, had to go to an appointment, but I hope you're doing well. Looking forward to tomorrow, Ryan, and our baseball game or softball game or call it whatever you want.
I hope I did this right, y'all. I really, really did a lot of work into this shit that I'm about to be bringing out here in a second.
I look forward to seeing it.
um,
Uh, that's good to hear you're doing better, Ryan. That's awesome to hear. Normally, my ugly face makes people's days worse, but I'm glad you're doing well.
nah, bro, you're really cool, man. The I think I when I first saw you, I was like, I could tell this guy's genuine. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but I can tell he's.
And that's half the battle, right? What is it? If you can fake being genuine, you've already made it. No, I think people respond to being genuine more than anything else, right? Or people. That's what people respond to. They don't need to they don't need to know about Freemasonry or whatever it is. The first thing that matters is do they think that you're legit? And if they think that you're legit, from there they're able to kind of get interested. What do you got? What were you showing that you want to show off? You got some paintings or pictures?
No, the money. I
Oh
just did
yeah.
a whole lot of work on it.
So which ones we got there? Do people actually before you show them off? Do people pay with those? Like when they come in, do you get visitors to Appleton? Maybe giving you those as like a souvenir, or how do you come across the out of country money, foreign
The in
currency?
the import export business I was telling you about.
Oh, there you go. All right, that's cool.
When in those places doing things, I couldn't use American money, so I would take my money and then switch it over to them. The problem is that I didn't know that when I came back that I could never put it to American currency.
It depends on like some currencies you can't, or the bill has to be high enough. I had that same issue with like Mexican currency, the pesos. I couldn't get them converted to Canadian. But what's some of the currency you got there?
Well, like this one, I don't know if y'all can see that one or not.
Saudi Arabia.
Yes, it's Saudi Arabia.
Nice.
And then the next one, I even put like
Hold on, let me see if I can guess each one. Oh, I think you've got. Um, I'm gonna guess Spain.
it is Nicaragua.
Oh, I was way off. All right, let me see if I can guess this one. Jamaica. Probably way off. Um,
Way off on that one, brother. That's a Kuwaiti from the Bank of Zamboya.
okay. I don't know why I was guessing Jamaica. Let's see what else we got. That looks Russian to me.
Here's again way off. That's from the Quran.
From where?
Quran. The no. This is
Okay. Czech Republic. All right. So I've been getting. I got one right. I got the first one correct. Saudi Arabia. The rest way off. We have
Have
Terrifier.
it.
He says, nice couple. I'll take it. I would be lucky to be in a relationship with Smokey, let me tell you. I could do a lot worse. Oh, I think we lost Smokey though. His
No, I'm still.
stream's kind of cutting
Can
in
you
and
see
out a
me?
little bit. I can see you, but
Having
you're lagging. I don't know if you're having internet issues on your end.
it. It's this town, man. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Let's give it a second. Christopher is here. Welcome, Christopher. Thank you for being here. Terrifier once again says, nice couple. I'm not ignoring you, Christopher. I see you. It's always wonderful to have you join. See, that looks to me like it might be from somewhere in Asia, but I don't know.
It is from the Czech Republic again.
Oh, Czech Republic again. Uh, but still,
Now
that is
these are
really
the
cool. Oh, we got some
these are the
more. All
cool.
right. The camera's kind of got not the
Yeah,
best reception on your
I
end, so I can't really see it well.
got. How is it? Our is it like at first everything was good, and
It just
then
looks like your internet being a little bit the it's not picking it up as well. Sometimes it just takes time. Give it a few minutes, then we'll go through the second round. What was it like being in Saudi Arabia? Because I visited in the Middle East. I recently visited Dubai. And when I say I visited, that's very much a lie. What happened is I had a connection. I was going from the Philippines to Rio, and there was a stopover in Dubai. And the airline gave me a free hotel during the stopover. But the hotel, it was a beautiful hotel, but it was in the airport. So basically, I got off the plane. I went to my get checked in. You know, they helped me find the airport and stuff. I saw Dubai from the window of the plane, and I didn't even see it from the window of the airport because everything was inside and my hotel room was inside. So I never got to see any of the actual Middle East. And not that I'm complaining. The hotel room was beautiful. I had a 7 hour layover overnight, so couldn't have done anything anyways. But what was Saudi Arabia like? Like, because I feel like it would be incredible to be there.
well, I got off a private plane, and it was in the middle of the night, and we went to like 5 parties, and then I left.
So you kind of had a similar experience to me. I mean, it sounds like you had more fun, 5 parties, but didn't see a lot of it, basically.
No, I didn't get to see like much of the landscape because mainly we were inside, and then we went from place to place. And the dude was driving like a fucking bat out of hell. So, yeah,
What would you say? Is there any countries or any places that you want to visit sometime in the future that's on your list of places you want to visit?
I always wanted to go to the Stonehenge in
It's in northern England, Scotland, or let me double check where it is. It's either in northern England or Scotland. I can't quite remember. Salisbury, UK, which is in England. Yeah, northern England. Thank you, Ryan. We try to be interesting to watch. We try our best.
really
Actually, no, I lied. It's in southern England. It's not even in northern England. I don't know why I was thinking northern England. It's in southern England, kind of west of London.
I appreciate that, right? I try.
It's funny, because obviously when I talk about Freemasonry evolved from stonemason guilds. So I'm always saying we as Freemasons should pay more attention to our stonemasonry roots and the origins of stonemasonry, and that includes, you know, the Celtic monoliths. like Stonehenge, right? Which is an example of very early stonemasonry.
Yes. Yes, it is. I actually know something, actually, for a change. Yes. Yes, that
All right,
is.
what? Let's hear. What do you know about Stonehenge?
That it was made by Masons, like the Scotland Masons.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't have called themselves masons at the time, right? But I mean, they were working with stone and building something out of stone, so by definition, they would be masons. I don't know if they would have called themselves that, but yeah, no, it was stonework. The ability to make and build things out of stone was so important to human evolution, to human development, to human civilization. Um, it's fascinating to learn about in terms of how important stone was to human development. Even the creation and use of stone tools kind of is what allowed human beings to change their diet to eat more protein, which allowed us to become stronger, become smarter, and it kind of cascaded from there. So
Huh.
is but
I,
even the ability to build things out of stone when it came to giant monoliths in North America, South America, or sorry, South America, Mesoamerica, England, Europe. It's really, really cool. It's fascinating stuff. Um,
yeah.
and you're not just saying
Oh
Stonehenge as well, though, because of Spinal Tap 2 coming out, right? Did you see the trailer for Spinal Tap 2 with Elton John?
no.
Oh, I don't know what you've got
Speaking of
there.
stone, it's
Okay, we
called a
can,
cluster.
it looks really cool.
It's called a my homeboy is like he he messes with opals and this and that, and I found this, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And he told me what it was. It's a cluster rock. It's where a bunch of different stones like form together in a cluster. I thought you'd think it was pretty cool because you're a
It's
mason, and
it's
you're into
really cool.
stone.
I can't see it well because again, your camera's kind of going out of focus. Push your keep the stone where it is, but bring your head back. So push the stone close to the camera. There we go. It's focusing a little bit better. It looks really cool. I do appreciate that. So, first place you'd go if you could go anywhere would be Stonehenge or to England. Where else maybe after that? Any other places you want to visit?
Uh, because the very little interaction I had was literally I pulled it on a boat and then I dropped some stuff off and I took off, which is Rio. I would love to visit Rio. Like,
I was
actually,
just in Rio. Loved it.
I know you. That's why I remember I told you that. I said I went one time, but didn't get to see nothing except for the fucking statue. I did see the big, tall, know, dude doing like this.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, the that's the only statue I saw. That was it.
I mean, I loved Rio de Janeiro. Nothing but awesome people, very friendly, very cool spot. We got my dad here. I hope that your hairdresser cut your hair first, then had the beer. It would be very scary if it was the other way around when you're dealing with scissors. And
What's
Ryan,
up?
I have not seen The Human Centipede, but I used to have a
I
joke about that movie because I found it really funny how on the cover of that movie, when you're going to rent it, it said, "This movie is medically accurate," as though you need a doctor to tell you that you can sew people's mouths to people's butts. Yeah, yes, it's medically possible. That doesn't mean it's medically accurate. That always made me laugh. But Dad, how's it going? I hope you're doing well.
glad to see you here, Harry. But nah, but good movie that I love. A lot of people has never even heard of it. It's called Death Tunnel.
Death Hunt?
Death Tunnel.
Never heard of it. What's it about? So this is Smokey the Clown, Christopher. You should recognize the name. He's been on a bunch of streams before. I'm looking up Death Tunnel
The
or
chap
the chat. So it's on YouTube, it looks like. At least, oh, the trailer. Okay. A 2005 horror movie filmed at the Waverly Hills Sanatorium. It stars
yeah,
Stephanie Huckabee.
it's a low budget, but it's a good movie. Like they did really good with what they had.
Hey man, low budget is oftentimes grossly underappreciated. There's some great low budget movies out there. For an initiation stunt. Oh, go ahead.
Fucked up in the whole entire movie, and it's really bad, but it was really good cinematically. I'll tell you that. um, one of the girls that died was trying to escape. She was the only one that actually got out of the facility, and then she made it like 5 steps
Hold
past
on,
the
hold on.
fence.
Wait, stop. Spoiler alert. I don't mind spoilers. I'm one of those people who can watch a movie with spoiler alert, but nonetheless, if anybody wants to watch it, it's called Death
This is
Tunnel. Cover your ears because we're about to have a spoiler alert. Okay, go ahead.
definitely a spoiler, right? But it's so old, man. It's okay. This this chick got took 5 steps out of the fence, and the barbed wire came out, and it went up her, and it went out of her mouth, and it ripped her body in half.
Well, that sounds like a terrible fate. Stephanie Huckabee, I guess, was the main character in it. Starred in the horror film Death Tunnel, The Pleasure Drivers. I'll have to check it out. Um, like I said, all it said was on Wikipedia. Uh, for an initiation stunt, 5 college women are locked in an abandoned Kentucky hospital. So I guess it's like they're trying to join a sorority, is the idea. By the way, Ryan says we're both good
No,
looking. I'll take it. You're good looking as well, Ryan. Don't worry.
no, that's a lie. I'm ugly as fuck. It's
We'll
okay.
take the compliment. If someone calls you good looking, you take it. You say yes, yes, I am. Uh, you might as well take advantage of take the good, right?
In just a minute, I'll do the impression because everybody's here pretty much. That's
It goes
usually
up
here.
and down. We had 3, then we had 5, then and early on we had like 10 people, but it goes up and down, which is fine. That
Yeah.
makes it people come and go.
Easier, easier to read the chat.
It does. It does. I know. Let's see what type of. Do you find that for your stream, you have a pretty consistent group of people coming, or do you find it changes? Or same as mine, right?
Well,
Consistent.
yeah, I have, family and friends that come into my chats, dude. And I even told them about this one, but I don't think that they could find your channel. I told them about it. I don't know why they're not here.
You can share the link with them if you want. I mean, you can still go on to your socials and share this link.
I would, but as soon
Oh yeah,
as I hit I feel like I'm gonna lose this shit, and then because the last time I did that, I completely lost connection. So
I
I
hate
don't.
it when that happens. That happens to me too. Where you try to do something, you'll be sitting there going like, "Okay, I'm going to do whatever this thing is I have to do," and then suddenly you press the wrong button, and then the whole thing just goes away, and you're like, "Oh."
Fuck yeah, I've done that several times. So I'm not doing that again.
And then you're sitting there, and then you're starting to like putting a bunch of messages on your different channels saying like, "By the way, we're now over here. This is the new stream." Like when I was live streaming at the hip hop festival, and my phone kept overheating. I kept on having to put some comments in, be like, "Find me over here now. Find me over here now. Find me over
Yep.
here." And it was a whole thing.
Oh, dude, it was bad. I remember it because I watched it. I didn't. I wasn't there for it, but I watched it afterwards. I think I left you a comment. on it.
which much appreciated. But I remember you having to blow on the phone to keep it from overheating. Didn't work. But it's funny because the equipment at the festival was overheating too.
I
So
heard
like,
them saying sorry for the technical difficulties and that.
oh, they were getting
Those
fans from just everywhere they could, and like putting them on the equipment, and it was like 102 degrees, which
that
for
remind
Atlanta temperature probably not that hot, but here in Windsor we were not ready for it.
man, we're the most I've ever worked in, and this was the last heat stroke I had. Um, it was 187 degrees, but with the heat index, it said it felt like 220.
So that would give you heat stroke for sure. I would be amazed if it wouldn't.
But
Oh, I don't see. I can't answer this question because I have no idea because I just stick to coffee. But I'll let Smokey answer it.
I love White Widow, but my favorite is Purple Haze.
Oh, well,
That
I know that one because of the song, but I don't. I was not aware as anything else.
Trainwreck is another one, and Comatose. Those are my top tier.
I
With
can give you
like
my drug of choice being coffee. I'll give you my favorite coffee once again, Dunkin' Donuts Holiday Blend. That's
us.
well for I mean for you it's the convenience store. It's the convenience store coffee.
Like right now, I'm smoking on some Pineapple Express. Y'all probably heard of that one from the movie.
What came first, the movie or the weed?
weed, the weed. The,
Okay,
the movie was weed.
so the movie was based because it doesn't the actor Seth Rogen doesn't he have his own like brand? Was it called Pineapple Express or
Oh, bro. Seth Rogen ain't that good. No, I
he
meant
should
to
be?
make.
He's rich.
No, I love it. His strand of weed. It was not that good, in my opinion. I tried it. It was all right, but it wasn't like the best I've ever smoked. Too overpriced for what it was. And that's just my opinion.
I mean, you would think that since he's so rich, his stuff would be really good.
I will tell you, for like famous people weed, and the main one that I've liked is his other strands, but you get Snoop Dogg's OG Kush. Mwah.
I mean, I guess it would
Oh,
make sense if for Snoop Dogg to have some good stuff, right? I wonder if there's any famous people who have famous coffee brands. I'm curious now. Famous people with coffee brands. I'm curious. I know there's
watch
a
it
few
be
that have
Snoop.
alcohol brands.
Watch it be Snoop. Snoop's in everything, man.
Apparently, no. So apparently, Robert Downey Jr. has Happy Coffee. Millie Bobby Brown has Florence by Mills Coffee. Those are the only ones I recognize. Oh, here it is. 7 celebrity coffee brands.
Remember how I told you I have a glow in the dark Pokemon bong?
Yeah, if you want to turn your lights off and see it.
Well, I can't turn all the lights. Even if I did, the sun is beaming through right
We should have
here.
done this. We
It's
should
to
have done
show
this at
y'all the
night then. But let's see it. All right, very cool. I mean, I can
one of
show
my
you
favorite.
my vessel. This was given to my friend. This keeps the coffee so warm for so long, and it's got the square compasses on it with the this is the symbol for Freemasonry in Canada, Freemasonry in Ontario specifically. So this is
It
my
it
coffee
kind
mug.
it kind of looks like Bret Hart's old trunks he used to wear. The with the heart. I mean, with the leaf on it, shit. But
Well,
he had
he
the heart.
had the yeah, he had the heart with the skull and the wings coming out of it, which is a really cool design. Like we can maybe see it. Give me one sec. I'll be right back. I got his book here.
Um, wait.
Let's see if we can actually see the.
I
I'm
don't know
back.
about that. And I think I got Snoop Dogg all day long. I don't know about Willie. I don't know if I can outsmoke Willie, but I can outsmoke Snoop Dogg. I can totally
I
do that.
I don't think
I
you could. I'm not going to lie to you.
I can
That seems that
I
challenging.
can. Oh no, I could. I really could. The longest I've ever smoked was a whole entire week straight, and that was day, night, day, night, day, night. Like me and this dude had a smoke contest, and he was out within the second or third day, and I just kept on smoking. And was like, "Fuck it." So, no, I'd totally get Snoop Dogg's number. You just don't know it.
I'm trying to find a picture of Bret Hart. I've got his book here. I'm trying to find a picture of him. Oh, here it is. Yeah, on the backside. This is the Bret Hart symbol there.
Yep.
So a little bit different,
That
but
it was a long time
best.
ago. He had his um it wasn't pants, it was trunks. And on the back of it, he had the leaf, and then on the inside of the leaf, he had his symbol. It was really
Actually,
cool.
I always remember it as being. Oh, hope everybody's okay. I always remember it as being a heart, not a leaf. We'll give it 1 second for our
Oh, he
first
used the
responders.
Canadian, like the Canadian
Well, it would make
maple leaf.
sense that he would, yeah. But I don't
And
recall. I
then
remember it always being the heart because again,
yeah,
Bret Hart, right?
yeah, it is Bret Hart, but it was just a certain design. I mean, he had the hearts on the side of it,
Well,
but on the
the hearts were
back.
for his kids, right? Like that's one of the cool things. By the way, hello, Spirit. Yes, Bret Hart is still alive. By the way, Ryan. So these
Yeah.
four hearts, from what I understand, every time he had a new kid, he'd put one on for his kids, and then in the middle, it was the actual heart for Bret Hart, obviously with the skull and the wings. I don't
Yeah.
know if the wings next to the skull were meant to reference the winged eagle belt, right? Because famously,
Yeah.
this is the best belt design ever, by the way. I don't know why they
Fuck
call
yeah.
it the winged eagle belt. They should call it the eagle belt. All wings, all eagles have wings, but that's a separate issue. How's it going,
Yeah,
Spirit? I hope you're doing well. I believe you're subscribed to this channel, but if you're not, please hit that subscribe button and let me know how it's going. I hope that
spirit
you
adjust.
enjoy seeing Smokey in person. It's
But
nice to see a person instead of just a name on a chat. By the way, we should switch it up at some point. I'll be on your stream if you want.
oh hell yeah. Anytime, brother.
So I don't know. You said it's mostly your family. I mean, if you tell your family to jump on your stream and watch, we could talk about Freemasonry and they could ask any questions they got about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was told to ask you something. Hold on. It was the curse of something island.
Oak Island.
Hold on. I think so. Hey Oakley. Okay. I'm hold on, I'm asking my sister what the hell she asked me to ask you about.
I'm guessing it's Oak Island is what I'm guessing.
Something about the treasure.
Yeah,
Y'all found the treasure or not? Or is the treasure real?
I don't think so. It's in Nova Scotia. I have no idea. So apparently, I've not even ever seen this TV show, but apparently, there's this island
Yeah,
off of Nova Scotia called Oak Island where there's this belief that the knights, from what I understand, and keep in mind I'm speaking kind of out of my butt here because I've never seen the TV show. The theory goes that the Knights Templar, way back in the day when they were fleeing persecution by the King of France, hopped on a bunch of boats.
By the way,
Yeah,
was this
no, well, again, people kind of big it up. So the Knights Templar came first, right? The Knights Templar was founded in 11 something or other. I can't think of the exact date. And they were founded, I'm gonna actually look up the date, during the Crusades, and their purpose was to assist or accompany travelers going to the Holy Land, like Christian travelers going to the Holy Land during the Crusades, to protect them.
huh?
Uh, and then over time, so 1118, right? They were defending pilgrims on their way to Jerusalem. They existed for about 2 centuries, and as time grew, they became more and more powerful by virtue of, because they were escorting pilgrims through Europe to the Holy Land and back again. They had to develop a series of networks and temples, and almost like they had their whole banking system. Um, it's no different than in modern times. Almost, you could have merchant merchant cruise ships or merchant ships operating, traveling people back and forth to different important areas. But anyways, at some point in uh 13, I'm gonna see if I get this right. I'm gonna look it up on Google in a second, but before I
Uh-huh.
do, I believe it was 1307. Let's see if I got it right. 1312. I was 5 years off. In 1312, because the Knights
So you
Templar
did.
seemed to be getting so powerful, um there was an order to disband them, uh and then the King of France decided to put them to the, burn them at the stake. So anyway, the story goes, a bunch of Knights Templars escaped France, made it to a bunch of boats, crossed the ocean, and not only did they escape, but they escaped with all of their treasure that they had accumulated as being pilgrims, from people, or as being guards of pilgrims, people paying them for their services, things like that. They managed to take all of their treasure on these boats as well, make it to Oak Island and hide it there, and then come back to Europe and tell the Freemasons about where they hid the treasure. But Freemasonry, the official start date is 1717. You can push it back a little bit to 1623, something around there, maybe. So there's 300-year difference between when the Knights Templars ended and when Freemasonry kind of began. So it's
Yep.
just that a lot of Freemasons really liked the stories of the Knights Templar. They liked the idea of the Knights Templar. They were on kind of a Holy Land kick, if you will. And so when the York Rite was developing, they started to um, steal, borrow, um, pick your term, kind of a lot of Knights Templar iconography, things of that nature,
Symbol and yeah,
right?
y'all
Which
got a
was,
similar, right? That's what my sister was just pointing it out. She was like, you know,
no, people love that show, and like I said, the to my knowledge, again, having never seen the show, the theory is the Knights Templar, when they were fleeing persecution in France in 1312, took their treasure with them, got on some boats, and crossed the ocean, landed on Oak Island, and hid the treasure there, and then returned to Europe, and let the Masons know where they'd hidden the treasure. Even though there's no Masons at the time to tell, there were stonemasons, which they could have told, I suppose. But I think the more likely explanation is whichever Knights Templars were not able to escape simply kind of hid and faded into the background of day to day medieval Europe, and that was the end of it. but that doesn't make a fun story on television.
It definitely does. And then it just brings y'all a whole new light, I guess.
The problem is though, they keep looking for that treasure. They've yet to find it, right? That's the issue. They have been looking for this treasure now for what, 5 years? What's how long? And it's not a very big island, for the record. Curse of Oak Island, 12 seasons apparently. Um,
Damn,
and to my knowledge, they've
that
yet to actually find any of this treasure. So the
I've
program
heard of it.
premiered on
So,
January
Phil,
6th, 2014, and the most recent season premiered November 12th, so 10 years.
wow, they've been looking for the treasure for 10 years on a little ass island, and
What
it's
they
not there.
found so far is a Spanish copper coin dated to the 17th century, a fake Roman sword, a supposed 12th century manuscript. The fact that it says a supposed 12th century, I think, indicate this is according to Wikipedia. A human bone fragment of Middle Eastern ancestry, a lead cross from the 17th century, a brooch, a metal hinge, a Roman era shipwreck, unauthenticated, ring bolts, shoes. But they're saying after centuries, I guess they've been looking for this treasure for centuries of excavation. They're saying the fact that there's, you know, Wikipedia is doubtful that the treasure exists, but you can take Wikipedia for whatever that's worth.
Media is off a lot. I
That is
mean,
true.
I'm
You're
just
not
saying
wrong.
it. Even wrestlers have looked at their own Wikipedia page and was like, "Well, that never happened," you know.
You're not wrong. Wikipedia is a not the best source of info. But Spirit, let me know how you're doing. Ryan, let me know how you're doing. It's great to have you guys both here. By the way, I found this article for the 7 ranks of coffee. We've got Chamberlain coffee is number 7 by Emma Chamberlain. Never tried it. Hanks for Our Troops, which is a coffee by Tom Hanks, which I guess the proceeds go to support uh, veterans. Oh, Green Day has a coffee. I would like to
Green
try
Day.
that. Green Day has a coffee. Oakland Coffee by Green Day. Looks like it's called the main one here is called Atomic Garden.
I never knew that ever. Never in my life have I ever heard of Green Day coffee. But I'm getting it for the wife now.
We've got Florence by Mills coffee, which is a from Millie Bobby Brown of Stranger Things fame. Ralph's Coffee by Ralph Lauren. I guess what isn't he the guy who does the fashion? Jimmy Butler has a coffee, and Hugh Jackman has a coffee. Laughing Man Coffee Company. Speaking of Deadpool, Deadpool and Wolverine. Hugh Jackman.
Wow. Did y'all know that Hugh Jackman made a coffee and Green Day? Well, they do.
So apparently Hugh Jackman's coffee is called Laughing Man Coffee Company. Do we like Tim's? Of course I like Tim's. I'm Canadian. I have to like Tim's by law. No, I do like Tim's. It's not my favorite. Again, I prefer Dunkin'. I prefer a few others, but coffee's coffee, and I will take Tim Hortons. Believe
Huge
me.
coffee.
What about
I,
you? You must have Tim's
I,
in Minnesota, right?
well, I don't know. I just moved here like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. So, I've never heard of Tim's, bro.
Oh, you are miss. So Tim's is a Canadian institution. It's short for Tim Hortons.
Canadian.
It's like our Starbucks. It's everywhere.
Remember, I told y'all I can't drink coffee anymore. I used to. love coffee. Now I can't drink it anymore.
Mm, it's
My
funny,
wife still does.
your wife's a smart lady. Your wife's a smart lady. By the way, make sure your wife subscribes to this channel as well as my other one. I appreciate her subscribing to Square and Compass. You know,
Well, I was like, she's always right beside me when we're watching you, so she don't even think to subscribe. And then you said the uh you were what, 2 or 4 more
I was like,
away or something.
I was two
And
subs
I was
away from 2,500. I was like, let's get there. We can do it.
think we got one more. You
And then I got
know?
another one, and I made it. So,
I'm happy, bro. That is awesome. I'm at
you know,
150, something like that.
you're at
I'm getting it.
140. So, I mean, I'll subscribe to you with all my channels. I've subscribed to you with a couple, but I need to do it with all of them because I've got like 4 or 5 channels. I only ever do stuff on 2 of them, right? I have one that if I'm trying something, I'll go there and I'll try like an unlisted video just to practice. Then I've got one where it's just clips from my longer episodes. I haven't uploaded to that one for a while though. And then I've got one where I post about my trips to Glenview and Chicago and Illinois, just because I'm always talking about how much I love it. So it's one where it's not even videos; it's just random pictures and stuff from my time there. But yeah,
Huh.
so I'll subscribe to you with all those. The
Well,
it's funny. What was I? We're talking about coffee. One thing I found really strange was when I was in Rio. I figured it'd be a big coffee place, right? Because Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And
yeah.
it was great coffee, but nowhere had like to go cups and lids. It was a thing.
I'll tell you the most strongest coffee I've ever had in my life. Like, I was like, I was up for like 4 days straight at this point because, back whenever the import export, you do not sleep like at all. Like the moment you put your head down on the pillow, your phone's gonna go ring, and you're just gonna be like, "Hello, fuck, I'll be there." You know. So,
So
um,
what was the strongest coffee you ever had then?
it was in Africa.
I believe
It
it.
was in Af- it was in Africa. I cannot, for the life of me, tell you the name of it. It was a long, long, uh, like Zambokanara or some shit like that coffee. And bro, I was like this, right? Because even back then I didn't do meth or crack, even though I sold it, but I didn't do it, you know. Uh, but I was like this, and then I took one fucking sip out of that coffee, and then all of a sudden I was like, "Let's go, woo!"
I mean, I didn't find the Brazilian coffee to be crazy strong. I liked it. It tasted good. I just you couldn't get it to go. Like trying to get it to go cup, you had to drink it in wherever you bought. I couldn't figure out why or understand what the issue was. The one to go coffee I
this came
got was
to me.
in McDonald's. That was it.
This stuff came to me in like it was like a piece of clay, right? But it was formed into a cup, and then you drank it like that.
So where in Africa? Where in Africa was it?
I was in like I dropped off in Zimbabwe, but I went all the way around and then in the middle of Africa because I was visiting a tribe that wanted some stuff. That's all I could say on that. But um
I
they
would love
were
to
in the
visit Africa one day. I've never, like I said, I've done a few interviews with people from like South Africa. My dad visited South Africa when he worked on a boat, but I never got the chance to visit other than virtually. I think Egypt would be incredible. South Africa would be great to visit. There's a few different places.
I will tell you the most funniest story anybody will ever tell you probably in their entire life, okay?
Let's hear it.
An accident, but the accidental thing that happened made the night so funny. I accidentally got a king cobra high.
How did that happen?
Me and the chief were sitting there smoking and smoking, and we were in this little hut. All right. In this little hut that was pretty much like a hot box. Anybody that was sitting beside us would have got high as shit, from the just the because we were engulfed in smoke. Like to pass something, we had to do like this to see each other. Okay. But I didn't know that they had that he had a damn it was like one of those little things that you see the snakes like dance out of. It was like a little
Like a basket,
weave,
yeah, wicker basket type thing.
yeah, like a weave basket thing. It was right here. I didn't know that for like the 4 hours that we were sitting in there, a snake was in there too.
Well, I mean, would
Dude,
the snake have a reaction to it? Because don't snakes have
oh yeah,
pretty different like
oh
I'm not a
no,
vet. I don't know.
high. This snake was high. Like,
How, how could you even tell? I
high
would not be able to tell. I mean, I guess it does make sense because you think about like smoke, the way it affects bees and insects and stuff, right? So
What's up, Keeps? How you doing, brother? I didn't even
yes,
see you there.
we got keeps on the personal on the YouTube channel where I don't talk about Freemasonry. We just hang out and chat about whatever. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're looking forward to the weekend. I hope you get a bit of time off for Labor Day. And I hope that you have
What-
beautiful weather. Everybody watching this, that's my hope for you. Like I said, I was miserable the last month or so because it was so hot every day. We're finally getting some beautiful temperature once again. Like the last few days have been perfect weather, perfect. So I hope you guys get decent weather too. Um,
We're supposed to get some storms later on tonight, but other than that,
I mean, storms can be, um, pretty severe. Though I think where you are, they're probably. I know you said there's a tornado warning a few days ago. Can't they be worse? Like, doesn't Georgia get some pretty significant weather? Some pretty not so good weather, like hurricanes and stuff. You guys are coastal, right?
well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm in Minnesota, so
Not
I don't
Minnesota.
know.
You guys are right in the middle, but like Georgia, you guys get some pretty. Because doesn't isn't Georgia on the coast? Like, don't you guys get some hurricanes and stuff?
We had bad weather, really bad weather. I'll tell you another funny story. Oh my god, this was hilarious because of my mom's reaction. His reaction made this story hilarious as fuck. Because this is another time I should have died, and I didn't. I didn't.
We're very
I didn't
happy
even
about
know.
that.
Well, I didn't even know it was happening. Okay. Do you remember them old school headphones, like back in the '80s, the ones that went like
Yeah,
this? They
yeah.
got like fucking far, and you couldn't hear nothing except for what you were listening to. Well, I had those on, right? I just came from my buddy's house from smoking. And dude, I was high, but I thought I was higher because for I was walking and then all of a sudden I felt like I was flying. Like I was literally in the air flying. Now, I was doing this, but in my head, I'm like, damn, this is some good weed. I feel like I'm flying. Right? So I get to inside my house. My mom is just like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Are you so happy you're okay?" And I'm like, "What? What the fuck are you talking about?" She was like, "You were just in a tornado," and I was like, "Oh shit! Oh shit!" Apparently, and it was. It wasn't even like 50 feet behind me, bro. A category 4 fucking tornado that was ripping through everything, was just pushing me along the road.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you. Yes, I'm glad you were okay. Your mom, I'm sure she must have, after she gave you a big hug, must have smacked you for, lack of situational awareness in that case. But still, I'm glad you made it.
I thought it was just a weed, really.
So that is some weather. So you guys had some. Would you say the weather was worse in, or not even worse, but more severe, let's say in Atlanta or in Minnesota
Oh, Georgia, 100%, dude.
or Georgia, I
100.
should say.
Like, because, like, for example, in Augusta's the most bipolar weather you could possibly encounter. And you can't even describe the weather there because, like, in the morning it'll be cold as shit, right? Like, you're so cold that everything that you got goes up in you as soon as you walk outside. and then all of a sudden, because it's different there, because, like, yeah, it gets cold up here, but not like the cold down there goes inside your body. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's inside your bones cold, because it's like the air is because you're around so much water, the air is so wet. You know what I mean? So when it gets cold, it gets wet cold, and then it's really bad. And then, like, not even 2 hours later, you're sweating your balls off. Okay, wait a minute. This is just the whole day, and then that is, and then it's cold again. And then it's hot, it's stormy, and it's cold again. It's hot. It's just like a, yeah, that kind of weather.
So you must be happy you moved to Minnesota, where at least it's more stable. Like I said, it's because Minnesota is south of Winnipeg, so I feel like our weather is pretty stable, at least in Winnipeg, right? It's you have cold winters, you have hot summers, and everything else is kind of moderate.
It's really bad. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. That's where he almost got my jugular. Y'all see it? Somewhere right here.
Kind of, but yeah, Mr. Keeps on Ding point out your stream is kind of it does cut in and out a little bit. I don't know. You said you're in the middle of nowhere, so it's just it's probably just the signal not coming through very strong, or maybe it is the Illuminati. Who knows? But it's hard to see because
Yep.
the camera's not really focusing well.
Have it now.
But you're a heck of a tough cookie. The what brought you to Minnesota?
My sis, I was,
Having
I
family is
was,
awesome.
because because of the accident, I couldn't work. Because I couldn't work. Um, yeah, I had a really nice couple with your mom last night too, Terrifier. But you know,
Oh wait, you're Ryan. You're a fan of Call of Duty, right? Because Ryan's just saying Call of Duty has Snoop Dogg for a character you can play.
Brian, I play on a Call of Duty mobile all the time. If you want to link up on there,
You can find him
um,
on Discord.
very very simple. It's just Smokey the Clown One.
I mean, we follow each other on Discord. I think I have like 4 followers. For like 5 minutes, I tried to get super into Discord and posting stuff there, but I find it didn't make any difference at all in terms of people finding my streams and stuff on YouTube. So
No. Hey, Pepper. Y'all want to see a beautiful baby girl doggy? Come here,
sure, let's
Pepper.
see it.
Tell me, I'm wait. Pepper. Hey, Pepper.
How
Y'all
old
see,
is Pepper?
he is 4. This is my 4.5. This one's my sister's dog, and we have two of our own. They're just in the other room.
What are their names?
The Milk Dud and Moon Pie.
Nice. Well, I mean, I've shown you pictures of my cat on the stream, so it's only fair you share pictures of your dog. Mister keeps on
Uh,
taking is asking the story of your accident. Before you tell that, though, I was curious. Um, and then you're asking because you're working, like you said, you're working at Shooters Bar and Grill. With your job, what
yep.
are your biggest customer pet peeves and your favorite things customers do? So if you uh, uh, what are some things you
I
wish customers wouldn't do, but also what are some of the things that your favorite customer qualities?
well, right this second, because I've only been working there for what, a month and a half right now. No, 2 months. Sorry, been working there for 2 months. So the only complaint I have is like we'll be dead. We'll be dead all day long, and then 5 minutes before I go to close, I have everything all cleaned up and everything's ready to go. Oh, here comes 30 people. You know, that's what I can't stand. That is like,
See,
fuck.
I always to in my defense, because I will be that guy. And I always feel bad if like restaurant closes at 9 and I show up at 8:57 with an order. I always, to my credit, I'll do that to the poor people, but I'll always try to tip well to at least like make up for it.
Nope, they didn't. They did. That's another thing I can't stand is y'all fucking flood me. I'm one person, and y'all got like 90 people in y'all's party, you know, and we're
You're not
already
taking the you're not taking the orders too, though, right? You have the wait staff, or are you behind the grill?
well. Take the orders, and then it comes to a ticket. And then I read the ticket, and then I make the food. And like, and a lot of times it would be like, this is my problem too. Okay, I wish I could show y'all my grill. My grill is not big. Okay, and it's probably about, I say, hold on, can't even can't even show y'all the size of. Probably about a little bit wider than my body. Okay, it's not that wide at all. Okay, and then um only two of the parts of the grill works. So we only got one fryer, and I got 90 people all at one time.
So then, what is your favorite thing about customers or that customers do?
Oh well, we got a couple of regulars. Like, well, you see, like I don't really get to interact with the customers that much because I'm usually in the back, like in the kitchen, and then it's like here's the kitchen, but then there's a wall, and then there's an order thing where I put all the trays up on, and then the waitress comes around and grabs it and then brings it out to the tables. So, but I do got these two regulars that come by and they sneak over the thing and they're like, "Hey, bro, hey, keep it up, dog. Keep it up. Your shit is really good." And then they take off.
That's nice of them. Regulars are the best. Like to me, my goal, whenever I have, like whenever I find a place I like, as much as I can afford to, I try to make it like a regular spot where I'll go, because like if you're not, uh, being a regular is always going to mean you get like better service over time. Not saying that restaurants don't try to serve everybody well, but you know the people better. They know your order. There's just one place I go for breakfast. I've been there so often, I don't even have to order anymore. They just start preparing like what I always get. So stuff like that, like support a business, they'll support you back. Become a regular, you know?
That's how I like this when I was this was, in Georgia. This was a long time ago too. When I used to work for Waffle House, um, there was this guy. I automatically knew what he wanted before he even walked in the door. Like I saw his truck every day, so I knew his truck, you know, because he would park right in front of the thing. You know what I mean? Like it was a big ass truck, so I knew it was him. So before he came in the door, I already had two a 2 egg omelet ready with a side of hash browns and one strip of bacon. That's all he wanted.
That's a great order. I know I asked you this before, but now that you're here in person, what is your Waffle House order? If you had to,
My Waffle House order is a well, depends on my mood, but mainly I used to make it was awesome. I took a burger and then I would take the onions and the mushrooms and I'll fry them on the grill with some seasonings on it and stuff. Not mine. And then I'll take a hash brown, just a single. Mine. In fact, we'll just look at it. What? What is this? I want to look at it. It ain't mine. She said it ain't hers. Where did it come from? Mhm. I have no clue what it is. It looks like a candle or
yeah.
something, but I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know either. It doesn't look like a candle down there. No, it doesn't, but it looks like a candle on top. He asked me what it was. I said, I don't know. I don't, everything in here is yours. I don't know whose that is. Well, it ain't mine.
sounds like somebody's getting in trouble.
No, no, we just found a candle and we don't know where the fuck it came from or who
Who brought it in the house?
Yeah.
Are you sure put it on the screen? Let's see it. Maybe we can all guess what it is.
Oh, it
We'll all
looks
work
like
together.
Probably know what the fuck this is.
we just want to
Well,
know who brought it right in here.
yeah, that's clearly a candle. That's clearly one of those fancy candles that you get from like Home Sense or something.
Yeah, but the problem is that it's not ours and it's not my sister's and it wasn't in the house until now.
You find people just bringing stuff into your place randomly, like random candles. Maybe it's a housewarming gift. Oh, wait, no, Mr. Keeps has the answer. It's a mosquito repelling candle.
It's a mosquito repelling candle.
Do you have a lot of mosquitoes in your area?
I mean, yeah, but the problem is that how to get here.
Well, do you own or do you rent? Or does your sister own or rent?
My sister rents, but
I bet you I bet you the landlord brought it for you guys to repel mosquitoes.
he's not been over here. He lives in like 3 or 4 states over.
Well, I mean, I would believe the mosquito repelling mosquito repelling candle because again, growing up north of you guys in Winnipeg, mosquitoes were a nightmare. And now that he even says that, I do recognize those type of candles as being we'd hang them on our porch to like repel mosquitoes.
I guess I can tell that's probably what it is, but the problem is that just we don't know how it got in the
Maybe the
house.
last tenants, maybe the last tenants left it there and it somehow made its way into your stuff.
She's lived here for 7 years, bro.
And I got nothing. Then I got nothing. But at least we know
That's
that
what
you're
I'm.
safe from mosquitoes.
Yeah, 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 but yeah. Now
And it's been
I'm
used, right? You can tell it's been burnt, like because the wax is so it's been used to keep away mosquitoes. All right, so tell the story, by the way, of your accident from before. Oh no, wait. Before that, your Waffle House order. It was a burger with grilled onions and mushrooms.
And then, like, I'd take like a little bit of hash brown, like about that much, and fry it real crisp. And then I'll put that on top of everything, and then I'll put ketchup and mustard, mayonnaise.
You lost me there. No mayonnaise, but
I
otherwise,
I was fucking with the mayonnaise. It only had ketchup and mustard, and then just some jalapeno relish. And then bow, and then I'll eat that motherfucker.
with so you make like the sandwich, or was it like a no bread or
Burger. It
nice?
was a
That
burger.
sounds good.
Yeah, it was a straight bread and everything on top of all that. And it was a Scooby Doo size burger. Okay.
Hey man, if it worked, where's the best place to sit in a Waffle House? Because I hear that's a big deal. Do you sit at the counter or do you sit in the booths?
the well, if you sit at the counter, you might get sprayed with fucking with because the dish pit. People don't realize this. Here's the counter. Here's the fucking dish pit. So if you do sit at the counter, you might get sprayed with, fucking water.
So count. So I think what you're saying is don't sit at the counter. Take a booth. You're safer. All right. So what was the
Exactly.
Mr. Keeps asked above? What was the tell us the story of the accident? So we kind of ended up going off on other topics, but what is the story of the accident?
It's all good, man. I don't have no problem. Actually, believe it or not, before tell y'all the story, me and the guy are friends now.
You told the story before, I think, on stream, like on in the chat. I think you told the story already. So that's why I don't mind asking you again, because I think you said it on the chat.
Smaller version, but all right. So I took 10 steps out of the store, man. And that's all it took. Um, I went in the store. There was an old homeless dude sitting right here, right? Just sitting down. I didn't think nothing of it. So as I was walking out, though, that's where it all changed. A car backfired, and we didn't know that the dude sitting down was a homeless veteran. And he had a fucking flashback, and then he just jumped on me and started stabbing me, man. And that's pretty much how it happened. Like he
That I mean, there's we talked about this on the stream before. There's a lot of people out there suffering with a lot of different mental health issues, flashbacks. I mean that PTSD and trauma.
I
I mean,
feel really
again,
bad because he didn't know what he did. And I get that because dude, I got PTSD too. I get it. I've had a couple flashbacks and knocked my brother the fuck out one time. I didn't even mean to, but I did. So I understand. I didn't kill my brother or try to kill my brother, but I did knock him the fuck out one time.
what we talked about on the stream before, like you mean you heat stroke and you've had a lot of stuff. The fact that you're as healthy as you are based on everything you've gone through is very impressive. But no, PTSD is a real thing. Like
If y'all
it's
could here, y'all
it,
could see my rod. Watch this shit.
oof.
See
And nobody's doing this cinnamon challenge, by the way. Although I love cinnamon,
that? That's a rod. It's
I
on
mean, that looks. I've managed to avoid too many injuries, even with my professional wrestling and stuff. But that's gnarly looking. Nobody's
see all the rods and fucking screws and pins and goes all the way up, all the way around, all the way through here. My skull is a plate. you know?
I'm glad you're doing okay. Nobody's, by the way, doing the cinnamon challenge though. I remember that I remember seeing pictures of that. Although I do love cinnamon. I would never do the cinnamon challenge, but
I don't do that stupid shit, man. I don't
I
follow
do.
that.
Here's the question: do you
Sorry.
put cinnamon? Do you put cinnamon in your French toast batter, or just put it on top of the French toast after you've already made the French toast?
I'd put it on top because you put it in the batter, it takes away the flavor.
Really? See, I'm a you put it in the batter and then you put it on top after. You double it up.
No,
What's
see,
your
I,
what's
I
your
think
ultimate French toast recipe? As a Waffle House employee, you should have one because I feel like Waffle House is like known for waffles, French toast, and pancakes.
well, believe it or not, we stopped making French toast whenever I started working there.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, so
so I don't.
what's your waffle recipe? If you had to make waffles, how do you make it?
All right. Well, see, they already had it in a thingy, so it was kind of easy. All you did was you poured the batter in. it
Well, I assume they'd have
was
because I assume you couldn't make it like you couldn't make the batter to order each time.
it took flour, uh, eggs, and like they'd take this is literally Waffle House like waffle batter. Okay, I'm just telling y'all, it's very very simple shit, and you just
Waffle House,
don't even know.
please don't sue Smokey for when I said I meant what's your personal like recipe for waffles? Like if you had to make the best waffle, what would it be?
Oh, same thing that Waffle House did, bro. I mean, it's so simple but so good.
Makes sense. I mean,
eggs,
they're doing big business, right? So it's got to be good.
eggs, flour, water, a little bit of sugar, and then uh chocolate chips. Just buy you some fucking little Reese's chocolate pieces or whatever, and then done.
How do you feel about when you go to a hotel and they have those like waffle makers with the batter and the thing? Are you a fan of that?
You gotta whisk it yourself, brother. You gotta whisk it yourself. You don't whisk it yourself, you don't get it good.
Yeah, I agree with you. I find those continental breakfasts, the waffle iron never gets it like really crispy. Is the problem? It's never that. It's always ends up being soggy.
See, I can make them crispy though. I can make them crispy. I can
We
make them crispy
got
all
to
around.
you got to have if you're gonna have a waffle, you've got to have it crispy. Otherwise, it's just not good. Soggy waffles are not good.
So y'all can
Yeah, I'd love
make
to.
this right quick. Did show my your so please milk that moon pie. Come here. Come here, moon pie. This is moon pie coming up, trying to lick me in the face. Yeah,
Nice.
hey babies. Mwah. Okay. And then this one's milk day. Come here, milk. Come here. Do not knock over the phone, please.
That's fine.
Oh God. This one is milk. This one milk day.
Lift Miltug up a little bit. I can't only see yeah, there we go. That's an awesome dog. Very, very cool dogs. How old are they?
This one is 4, and then this one is 3. And they're
Nice.
sisters. Believe it or not, even though they don't look like it, they're sisters.
Same mom, different same mom,
It,
different dad.
they're no, they both had the same mom and the same dad. It's just one took after the mom and the other took after the dad. And they're
Okay.
both terriers. They're just two different type of terriers. Because the mom was the English terrier and the dad was a Boston terrier.
Okay. See, I don't know a ton about dog breeds and stuff, or like animal breeds in general.
Just like there's a million and one people that never would have known what a pit bull. You know a pit bull, right? But
Yeah,
did you know that a pit bull is a terrier?
I did not.
Yes. Like this one right here, Pepper.
Oh, we lost you.
Yeah.
There we go. We got you back. Do that again
We're
because
good.
we lost the camera there for a second. I'd love to see the dog one more time. Ah, that's an awesome dog. That's a beautiful looking dog.
Yep, that's Pepper.
Even there.
When you say we're gone, Mr. Keeps, do you mean both of us or just Smokey? Because I think my thing is still working okay, but I know Smokey came in and out a couple times. But looks like he's back.
Okay. Okay.
Pepper is an awesome dog. Beautiful. I love animals. Even I'm not saying this is a good thing, just for the record, but even so next to my apartment, and it's like, a decent place. This isn't meant to be a reflection of the apartment, but there's like this park, and it's like a small little park area. And this old lady was heading out to that park, and she was always feeding the birds um, bread and stuff. However, she was putting down way more bread than the birds could eat, which of course now you've got a whole bunch of rats. Ah, what a cute dog. A whole bunch of rats in the park. And honestly, I don't mind them because I'll go there and at night I'll sit and watch and you'll see the rats going back and forth. They're pretty like friendly at this point. We've all gotten to know them. I don't even rats I like. Rats, dogs, all that stuff. Although we lost Smokey once
She's
again, I think.
good.
There we
Everything
go. We
good.
got you back. Looks like your dog
Sorry,
is trying to be the star of the show.
I have 150-pound animal thinking she's a lap dog. You know.
That's
So
150 pounds?
yeah,
I'd believe
look
it.
at her. She's pretty stacked, man.
It's funny how dogs are so big but so gentle, They're all at the end of the day, they're just gentle giants.
Yep. This is all this one. Now, if you heard her bark, you would think she's the devil in disguise, but she's a fucking angel. you
Dogs are
know.
like that, right? I've known so many dogs that they're super big and uh if you're outside of the house, they'll bark at you, but as soon as you come in the house, suddenly they're the friendliest dogs in the world, or they're hiding behind their owners or something. It just depends on how they're trained and how they're kind of raised, right?
Exactly. And there's a bunch of people out there that still think to this day that pit bulls are evil dogs. No, there is no evil dog, bro. There's only evil owners.
I mean, I've
Like
never
most. Sorry.
I've never really had any experience with pit bulls, positive or negative. I don't even know growing up if I ever came across one. But to my belief is, for whatever it's worth, that yeah, it's not the dog, it's the owner.
And they're not. I tell everybody, this is you not know what those dogs are getting fed. Um, like for example, if I took a Chihuahua, right, and I fed it the same thing that those dogs are being fed, uh, yeah, it ain't gonna do as much damage, but it's still gonna try to kill you about the exact same way.
Well, I mean, um I really thought one thing I hate because again I love animals. I hate seeing was pit bull fights or even cockfighting or any type of making animals fight. I mean, but
Oh no.
making animals fight, I think, is very very cruel. Except for Cujo, yes, Cujo is a vicious dog, but Cujo, it's not Cujo's fault. Cujo
Nope.
was bit by
Hey,
a bat, if I recall correctly,
yeah. Yeah, rabies.
and so it
That's
wasn't
fuck.
wasn't his fault. Leave Cujo alone. Actually,
Yeah.
Ryan McKee here says you look like Joe Rogan. Are you related to him?
Who, me?
You do look a bit like Joe Rogan. I could see that. I mean, I don't think you're related to him, but you do look like him a little bit.
Really? I never ever once heard that a day in my life.
I could see it. I could see it.
I've I've heard Shaggy. I've heard Shaggy a lot.
Well, Shaggy because of the beard. Shaggy because of the beard thing you got going on. Because Shaggy had the goatee type of scraggly beard thing happening. I think, if I recall it correctly.
It's just like in time I was called Chong, and the only reason why is because I can sound just like Chong. If y'all ever watched the movie Cheech and Chong,
I've never seen it. I'm It's not my because
mm,
I'm not that kind of humor guy. Like even Pineapple Express, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I'm not the kind of stoner comedy
well,
humor guy.
even people I know that don't smoke weed watch Cheech and Chong because they're fucking hysterical. Like, hold on,
The the but going back to
like
Cujo, the reference to Stephen King, I know I've said this a million times, but I'm going to shout it out again. The Long Walk is coming out on September 12th. I cannot wait to see that movie. I'm totally going to do, even though this channel doesn't do movie reviews per se, I'm totally going to do like before and after theater reaction because I've been waiting for that movie to come out for decades. I'm so excited, and the clips look amazing. The trailers look amazing. I think it's going to be awesome.
I know I can't wait either. I love Stephen King, man. From fucking Poltergeist to Pet Cemetery to Cujo to what was it? Was it did he do the one where the guy was in prison, the big black dude and Tom
Yep.
Hanks in?
Green
Yeah,
Mile.
that Green Mile, yeah, I love that fucking movie. That is a great movie. Um shit. I mean,
There was a
really like
few. There
I
were a
didn't
few
like
tears at the end of that movie for me watching it. There were a few tears.
I didn't like The Storm. The Perfect Storm, was it? I didn't really like
Well, he
that one.
did Storm of the Century. That was a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. That one
I mean,
was not my cup of tea.
his made-for-TV movies. It's a different format, right? You're kind of doing it differently. Ryan's asking what type of scary movie is it? I assume you mean The Long Walk. It's you just have to watch the trailer on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and type the trailer in The Long Walk,
I
people keep
thought
comparing it to the Hunger Games, which I don't think is fair. It's very different from the Hunger Games. This looks like it's an adult horror film. Hunger Games was teenage kind of fair.
I mean I did like the Hunger Games though. I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty cool. My son
I
made me watch it, and I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I wound up loving it actually.
I got into the Hunger Games recently. I really liked the most recent one, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I enjoyed that movie quite a bit. The other ones, so. They're okay.
That was just like it's how I kind of got into Pokemon. My son,
There's
man.
there's Hunger Games Pokemons.
No, no. But that's I'm just saying because of my son, I've gotten to
Okay.
a lot of things that I would have never ever gotten into unless if it was for him.
Hey, that's a good thing, right? Getting involved in taking an interest in what your kid is interested in makes sense. But yeah, Long Walk. You have to watch the trailer. It's about. I mean, you can't really spoil it because they showed all the trailer. It's about a group of every year at some undisclosed point in the future. I mean, this book was the second book Stephen King ever wrote. Uh, but he didn't publish it until many years later. After he was already famous, he published it under the pen name Richard Bachman. Um, uh, but it is about at some undisclosed time in America's future. This was written in the 60s or 70s, so it kind of has that aesthetic to it. So in his mind, the future is probably the 90s. But at some point in America's future, there exists a totalitarian government, and every year they get 100 I think in the movie it's 50, but in the book they get 100 teenage boys, ages 14 through 19, uh, and they get them to take part in a competition where you have to start walking at 4 miles an hour. Uh, and if you fall below the speed limit of 4 miles an hour 3 times, you get shot in the head and you're killed. And whoever the last, there's no finish line. It's just whoever can keep walking at that pace the longest out of the 100 wins. And at the end of it, supposedly the prize they get is a lot of money and whatever they want for the rest of their lives. However,
What?
one of the interesting things about the book, and I'm convinced this was done on purpose, is so they're all talking about the long walk is supposedly this famous pastime in this dystopian future, and it's this big deal. And but at no point does anybody ever like actually know anybody who's won this thing or have any like you would think that the previous winners, if this long walk is such a huge deal for the country, would be famous, would be making speeches, would become a celebrity. I know everybody's like nobody even seems to remember who won or what happens to them. Some character in the book says it's all it's all bullshit. Whoever the last person is, they take him out behind a barn and shoot him when it's all done, which is probably true. Or they probably just die from their injuries because I think in the how far do they walk? In the Long Walk book, they walk from I want to get the actual distance.
Whoever said that it's compared to um
The
who
Hunger
just
Games?
said the fuck the Hunger Games, um that's not even right because if anything, the Hunger Games would be compared to it because it came out way before the Hunger Games was even thought of.
It did, yeah, yeah. And I mean, I obviously you understand the idea of it's
Oh, I haven't,
um
Ryan. Hey,
the
I
comparison. Oh, Ryan, yeah. No, I've not read them either. You can see the comparison makes sense because in both cases it's a competition in which everybody dies but the winner. But the long walk is I think is a better story. But so in the book, supposedly they walk the winner walks between 400 to 450 miles nonstop without any breaks at a pace of 4 miles an hour for that entire time. So his injuries would be so severe, he would
yeah.
not probably be able to recover anyways, let alone enjoy his riches. But
Uh, no, I don't see how to compare it to Saul at all.
it's just the
Saul
idea of
was
well, Saw, I think Saw the comparison is the idea of like putting yourself through incredible torture to make it out the other side somehow. Because you see one of the great scenes in the trailer for the long walk is one of the kids is walking and one foot is regular and the other foot is broken and he's walking basically on the broken foot like the foot is turned over and he's just walking at that same pace. So I think it's the idea of just putting your body through torture.
but at the same time, the contestants of Saul were like, they got drugged and then they woke up like, you know.
Well, that's one of the best elements of the long walk because in the long walk one of the things about it is it's a volunteer all the teenagers, all the characters volunteered to take part in the long walk. And you might think to yourself, why would you volunteer to take part in a competition in which 99% of the participants will die, one person will survive, but in the process of surviving will be horrendously, injured and maimed. And you have to, you have to walk at 4 miles an hour for 400 miles at a minimum. Why would anybody volunteer for such a thing? But
I volunteered for the bull run, so I can't say really nothing.
well, I mean, I would a bull run if it kills you. At least it's quick. You're not, But what I love about Stephen King and why I think he's such an incredible writer is because he's able to explain really well how the long walk is set up and how it is that kids would volunteer for it. And he makes you realize that, yeah, if this thing actually existed and we had this totalitarian government and whatever it is, teenagers would absolutely volunteer to take part in it. He explains how and why and the thinking process and the thought process that leads people to make these kind of decisions, and how the government in the book tips the scales in such a way that they encourage people to do it without ever forcing them, right? And the intelligence of that, because for totalitarian government, if you force people to do something, they push back. But if you subtly
Well,
encourage
thank
them
you.
to do so, they're more likely to agree. Anyways, it's just a great book, and it's going to be an incredible movie. I think I'm beyond excited for it. So that you're going to see me
Uh,
posting about it a lot, I'm sure. Thank
I
you,
can't
Texas.
wait. Yeah, I really appreciate that, bro. I haven't
You
even
know,
heard the impression yet.
let's hear it. Let's hear this impression.
All right, which one do y'all want me to do first? My top two are Joker and Beavis, so I'll
Let's
let y'all
say
pick.
let's say Joker.
You want to die, Batman? How is that?
That's pretty good. That sounds honestly to me, that sounds like speaking of the long walk, that sounds like Mark Hamill's Joker. Mark Hamill voiced the Joker in at least a couple Batman animated movies, and he
Yeah.
is starring in the long walk. So that to me sounded like the Mark Hamill Joker.
Well, because I watched that shit when I was a kid, and before that, the game. Actually, I based that Joker off of the game. Have y'all ever played? Well, you probably haven't, Cameron, but have y'all ever played DC versus Capcom?
I
That.
played Marvel versus Capcom.
Well, this is DC versus Capcom.
So then no, but I mean I didn't know they even made a DC versus Capcom. That's really cool.
Because you could play like I played the Joker versus Scorpion and shit. It was actually a really, really cool fight.
That'd
Oh,
be really fun to see. So do you always play the Joker when you play DC versus Capcom, or nice?
yeah. Well, Sub Zero. I did play with Sub Zero and Scorpion because those are my two favorite. You know.
All right. What about Beavis or Butthead? Do you do both, or do you do?
I try Butthead, but I can't even really get the laugh down. But Beavis, hey Butthead, shut up. Go fuck your mom in the asshole. Wait, fuck, no, that's my mom. Fuck.
It's not bad. That's pretty decent. That's what Mike Judge, right? Is the guy who does the
Yeah.
voices for it. That's pretty decent.
Now with Butthead, it's the. See, I can't really get that one down pat.
Do Cornholio.
I'm Cornelio. I need TV for my bum.
Did you see the? I don't think so. Which comment? I did. I don't think I removed any comments. I don't recall. I don't recall seeing a comment which I would remove. When we the accident comment we um included. Although I think we lost. Oh no, he's still there. Yeah, the internet connection is kind of being funky though. Um, did you see the SNL sketch with Beavis and Butthead, or that whole bit about two people looking like Beavis and Butthead, but they don't know what it is?
No. No, I didn't, but I gotta watch that now.
Oh, you got to type into YouTube. So there's the whole premise of the sketch is so there's this. It's a Saturday Night Live sketch where they're interviewing. It's on like PBS or this television station. They're interviewing this famous scientist, and it just so happens that there's these two people in the crowd who look exactly like Beavis and Butthead, but they have no idea who they are. So they look exactly like Beavis and Butthead, but people keep saying to them like, "You look like Beavis and Butthead," and they say, "We're not aware. We're not aware of the reference." That's what kind of makes it so funny. The fact that they even sit like them, they laugh like them, but they're saying like, "I lead a very busy life. I don't know who this Beavis or Butthead characters are." So it's very funny.
Motherfucker. I would have been like, y'all lying motherfuckers. Y'all know that, right?
No, that's the whole bit because they're it's just a
Hell yeah.
really because the scientist who's talking, he's talking about artificial intelligence or whatever it is. He's looking at them and he goes, you know, he looks just like Beavis," and it's just a funny, and everybody sees it except for them. They even have the same clothing that Beavis and Butthead would wear.
Like like a little band tee or some
Yeah,
shit, you know.
yeah. By the way, Ryan, I got to bring a pizza with me tomorrow to the baseball game or softball game. So, Ryan, I'm going to leave it in your hands. You're deciding the fate of the baseball game tomorrow. What should I get on the pizza? And if you say ranch, I'm not showing up. I'm going to put that in advance right now. What toppings would you like on the pizza? Don't listen to
Which
Smokey.
flavor?
He's trying to sabotage the situation here.
Please don't say anchovies, dude. That's
Oh, I
disgusting.
will take anchovies on a pizza. I like anchovies on a pizza. I like fish out
Uh
of anchovies.
you can have it. You can have
You can
it.
go like half
I'm
and
ac-
half, but we're
I'm
still
actually
waiting.
weird. I don't know why. I like pineapples on a pizza.
See, and I
I know
disagree
that
with that.
I know that
I'm not a believer in the pineapple thing, but I am a believer in anchovies. Okay, so we got the choices between vegetable pizza, normal cheese and pepperoni, meat lovers. See, my
meat lovers.
my heart right now, or my instinct, is to go vegetarian, vegetable, because I know we're having a pig roast. I know we're having a lot of meat dishes being brought. I have not heard a lot of vegetarian options at this point. So I feel like going with vegetable could at least protect us, because I do know some vegetarians will be there or might be
Or
there.
your cast and they're all gonna be like, boo, you brought veggies.
I've been booed many times. I've grown to accept the fact that that's the price you pay, right? There's a price you pay for being the guy who volunteers to do
Guy that's
things.
gunfight,
Mhm.
you know, they're all looking at you like, why do you have a knife? I'm just
Well,
playing,
I mean, yeah,
man.
you got to be careful. It's kind of like in Parks and Rec where he's asked to bring the cake, and he brings like a vegetable loaf, and Ron Swanson starts, like losing his shit at him or whatever it is, and has to walk away. That's always very possible. But as Ryan says, vegetable pizza is. I'm gonna go from. Actually, I'm gonna not order it. I'm gonna pick it up on the way. I'm gonna go to.
I ain't
Let
gonna
me.
lie. I do it. Have y'all probably never even heard of this because you're in Canada? Cece's Pizza.
Never heard of it.
It's an all-you-can-eat buffet of pizza, different types.
I mean, one thing I will say that I really, really miss a lot is the old Pizza Hut buffets. I don't know if you had those when you were growing up. When I was a kid, one of the
Yeah,
biggest things was going to Pizza Hut for lunch for the buffet. Those were wonderful.
God, I missed the and then they had the endless salad too. I remember that
Oh, those
shit.
were awesome. Those were so good. All right, I'm trying to find this pizza place. Not they could go Pizza Hut, but I think
Cheese pizza. Y'all would be actually amazed at this that I'm talking.
honestly, I might go to Pizza Hut because it's on Huron Church. I might go to Pizza Hut and buy the pizza from there and then bring it with me. Because the other
Dude, I would
option is you got to take Sandwich Street and you go to um, like the original Pizza Plus. But honestly, that's not as great as or even Naples, because Naples is actually right by Micmac Park. Honestly, probably Naples is what I'm going to go with. Naples, because it's so close, I don't need to get it delivered. I could just swing by there and pick it up. And it's open tomorrow from, let me just double check the time, but it should be fine. Yeah, it opens tomorrow at 11, so I can stop by there on the way. No, I think it's going to be Naples, Ryan, because Naples is so close to Micmac, and Naples is like a classic Windsor pizza. So I don't need to worry about like. Honestly, I might even stop. There's a Mason who's in the hospital right now, who's also close to Micmac Park. It might make sense to do all three. See him, um, get the pizza, hit up the baseball game.
y'all should try. Y'all probably don't even have it because y'all are Canadian. This is some down south shit, but y'all should try some spinach pizza.
Some
Pretty
what?
good. Spinach pizza.
I mean,
And
I
I'm
like
talking about
spinach. I like spinach on pizza. I like there are a lot of places here in Canada that spinach is a topping you can have on your pizza, and I think it's awesome. Who's Paul Wall?
Paul
Just a friend of yours?
Paul Wall. I know Paul Wall. Actually, I got a funny story about old Paul Wall. You talking about the rapper, right? Because I do know him personally as well. I used to, but depends. Depends, because he might not remember me because I used to have like long fucking hair back then. That was how I knew him. Yep, that's how I knew him. Way back in the day too. It's a long time ago.
The
Paul Wall, back people's champ. I remember that.
So maybe what I'll do is I'm just thinking, I'm trying to organizing my day tomorrow. I think what I'm going to do is see my friend in the hospital, see my brother in the hospital, get the pizza, so I might be a little bit later at the baseball game. Might get there around closer to 1:30 than one
Damn,
o'clock.
man, got a busy day tomorrow.
Keeps me out of trouble. See, I find for me, it's like I'm busy, but I'm busy doing a lot of like little things. You're busy, but it's like full blocks. Like you'll be busy because you do like a 12-hour shift at like, but on your feet at the Shooters Bar and Grill. So it's different types of busy. At least with me, when I keep going, at least it's kind of easier when you have different things to do because there's always something new to occupy you. I feel like for you, it's got to be grinding to have the full shift. It's kind of like doing the stream. People don't realize it. You're doing a stream for, 12 hours, you get very tired.
Yeah,
It's the monotony
I,
of it.
I like for example, the other night when I was doing a live stream, one of my buddies were like, "Dude, you should do a 24-hour," and I'm like, "You kidding me? My channel's never gonna see that, dude, because of how busy I
You could do a
am."
20. If you could find the time, it'd be tough because you're swamped. They're kind of fun. I always find for me when I do a 24-hour stream, it's the like uh uh it's at like I start at 2. I'm fine to like 6 in the morning, and then from 6 to 10 is where it's the hardest, and then I get my second win to finish it off. Well, Ryan, we might eat a little. I mean, most of the food will be there at 1. Again, it depends how long I'm with my buddy in the hospital, or the Mason in the
Right.
hospital. If I have to meet with him for a bit, then I might be late getting the pizza, and then I might be late getting to Micmac. So we shall see. But I'll do my best to get there relatively close to 1 p.m. Just want to make sure, because I mean, I have to be there anyway. So, and then I'm going to Chicago for the weekend. So,
I've never
sadly,
even heard
I don't think there'll
of.
be any National Guard troops deployed. It'd be kind of fun, even though I wish they weren't. It'd be kind of fun to be there while the National Guard is deployed, just to see what it's like. But I don't think it's happening. So if it does happen, believe me, I'll take some videos of it just to show people. It'd be really cool to see.
See, there is one thing to know. I know it's completely off topic, but I was talking about the whole Paul Wall situation. So I am so happy I do not live that life anymore, y'all. Y'all have no idea.
It's probably one of those
it's
things. I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but it's probably one of those things, right, where you took lessons from it, you learned from it, but now you're living a better life, which I think is the best thing that you can do, right? You take your lessons from the not so good parts of your life, and then you apply them to create the good parts of your life. Hopefully.
See, I started selling at a very young age. I was like 6 years old when I started selling. I know that's wrong. I know that's fucked up, but I was tired of living in a box. I told y'all that. I grew up homeless, man. I had a really life. um, I grew up in a box, man, and I was just tired of living in that box. But give a 6-year-old a job. Nobody. Nobody is, except for the homie down the street. You know what I mean? And that's just how it happened. I was trying to get money at a very young age, and there was only one way to do it.
I mean, it seems
But I
though
finally,
that you it seems though that you, like I said, you managed to take the lessons you learned from that part of your life, because even in the worst parts of our life there's lessons to be learned. Sometimes in the worst parts of our life, that's when we can learn the best things, and then but apply them to create a good life for yourself. Now, like I said, you've got a good job, you've got family that cares about you, you've got your wife, you've got pets, you got all these things that, like, you got a son, right? You got all these things that seem like blessings. So
yeah,
keep up the good work, right? You're streaming on
all
YouTube. You've got your singing, right? I don't know if you're still singing at all, but you've got your singing.
I gotta, I try to find a band, man. I was in a band a long time ago, and I didn't get the credit for it. I got really fucked over out of the whole entire thing, even though it's a very well known band. You would never know I was in it. You know, just to really know my scream,
Well, but
and
you don't
that's
need a band to be singing, right? You can be singing uh again on YouTube like you were doing, right?
yeah. But the problem is with this phone is like I don't know. The camera cuts out my scream. Like for example, if I try to scream right now, I guarantee you, I would not be able to hear it.
No, you have to have certain settings. I think the phones are designed, especially if you're live streaming, if I think some phones are designed that way so that if you get really loud, the phone will like cut things
Oh,
off.
keeps
You do kind of look
actually
like Fred Durst. We got the question: was the band called Limp Bizkit? You do look like a little bit like him.
love that, but no. Actually, the band that I was in is called I was in two. I was in Hollywood, which a lot of people have probably heard of Hollywood Undead. Um I was in that band. And another band I was in was Avenged Sevenfold whenever it first began. And
Well, where are
then
they from? They're from your neck of the woods, right?
yep.
Avenged. They were from Georgia, or were they from? Yeah, they were from Georgia, right?
Yep. Unholy Confession was one of the main songs I was in.
Avenged. Well, no, they're from Huntington Beach, California.
No, no, no. I met, I met them whenever I was traveling, doing all that shit. You know, and but Hollywood Undead, the dude Charlie Sheen, which is his name. His name, even though there are no connections in this guy. Okay, they're not related whatsoever. But his name is Charlie Sheen.
Hollywood Undead. Well, it's actually I just looked him up on Wikipedia. Not quite. His name is not Charlie Sheen. It's Charlie Scene. Charlie
Yeah,
Scene. But I guess maybe he pronounces it Charlie Sheen, or
see,
I can see people pronouncing it that way. But no, it's SC. According to Wikipedia, anyways. Again, take it for what it's worth.
no, his real name is Charlie Sheen, but he pronounces it Sheen just to
Okay.
fuck with people, just to really fuck with people. But yes, I played with them. I did the whenever they did that part. Like I did that part for them. And that was the song that got them famous, by the
Cool.
way.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with you just jumping on and or hitting open mics or whatever it is, right?
Well, I do karaoke whenever I can.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Slipknot before I forget.
Okay. I what's Slipknot's most famous song? Um
I
I can't
forget is
think
one of them. Duality
it's
is another one.
no, it's not a heavy song. It's a super
Oh, Verminen, Verminen.
hold on just one sec. I'm checking this out.
Oh,
Slipknot's
it's
uh,
it's there's two of them. There's Vermin and then the
Snuff.
one where
There we
he's
go.
um. There's a couple of them.
No, it was
Um.
it's Snuff. That's the song.
oh, okay, yeah. Snuff, and there's you can also argue that what's the other one, god damn it? Sorry, excuse my French. But hold on. This is gonna break my fucking brain, but I'm gonna think of it. um
Psychosocial.
so
Uh
but no, one was
rem-
that's another go of mine too. That is another go-to of mine, but it's still a little bit harder than the one that I'm thinking of.
so we got let's
She
see,
was
we
talking
got I'm just looking at Slipknot songs. I'll give you a whole list of them. We'll figure this out together.
loud as another.
Psychosocial, Duality, Before I Forget, The Devil and I, Snuff, Wait and Bleed, Unsainted, Custer,
Yep,
Spit It Out,
spit it out.
Eyeless,
Yeah.
The Heretic, Disaster Piece,
Nope,
People
they got
Equals
that one wrong. Called the Heretic Anthem. Get it right.
The Heretic Anthem, Disaster Piece, Vermilion, Left Behind, Vermilion Part 2. I'm
We all got right. Yeah, I love that song too.
the negative one till we die. I remember I was in Mexico and I ended up in a strip club in Mexico, and this very attractive lady was dancing to Snuff. And now whenever I hear that song Snuff, that's what I think of. And
You're like, I just
we may have had more fun upstairs in the strip club after that night. Who knows? Not saying yay or nay. All I'm saying is Snuff brings back very fond memories for me of a strip club in Mexico.
I had some very good times. I know it's okay.
You know, I'm just saying. That's also where I first heard. I always say on these streams, my favorite song of all time is "Simple Man" by Leonard Skinner, which it is. But then I always give a shout out to "Prodigal" by Blacktop Mojo, which is my second favorite song. I'd like to think it's my second favorite song because it's just so good. But also the fact that the first time I heard that was upstairs at the strip club in Mexico probably helps in terms of why I like that song so much. But it is a
So
great
much.
song.
I got so much different music right up here. You have no idea. I love music. Like,
I
there's
do
only
too.
a of genres that I would not listen to, and it's not out of disrespect because I still respect them. And listen, opera kind of gets on my nerves. So I that's an opera lover, and country. And the reason why is because it's too depressing. Country is just too depressing for me, and I'm already a depressed person, and I don't need that.
I mean, it's funny talking about music. There's sort of a concert happening outside my window. It might actually be a concert happening in Detroit that I'm just hearing um, over the water, which I can get. But it's like techno music ish. But anyways, I always say there's this expression right from Ben Franklin, a Freemason by the way. He said music is so he said beer is proof God loves us and wants us to be happy. I always change that and apply it to music, and I say music is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy. All right,
Yeah.
guys, but I am going to, I think, end this stream. Thank you so much for hanging out, and thanks. This has been really fun. It's been a blast.
Well, I have fun too, brother. I hope everybody else did too.
Well, I mean, who was it? Ryan said we should do this once a week. I don't know about once a week, but I'll definitely do it again. I'd love to be on Smokey's channel, and maybe Smokey and I can maybe do a stream on my main channel at some point as well as Current Comes Promotions. We'll have to find a way to tie it into Freemasonry, but I'm sure we could. Uh,
Do more research on Freemasons.
or you could be just, you could think of a list of questions you want to ask me about it. Who knows? I'm sure we could find a way. Uh, but yeah. Uh, oh,
Well, my main one
no.
was like, how can I join with being broke? um,
Well, the broke thing I can answer before we go. Sorry, Mr. Keeps on Ticking. No 1 a.m. stream. I don't do 1 a.m. streams on Fridays. I guess technically it'd be Saturday morning. So the next stream will be Monday at 1 p.m. I will be doing some more YouTube shorts showing off more of my favorite Masonic items. And you can watch out for those. There probably will be one released Sunday at 6 p.m. And I'll probably do a couple of shorts on this channel as well. So pay attention for those, but no 1 a.m. stream tonight. The usual list is Monday 1 p.m., then Tuesday 1 a.m., 1 p.m., Wednesday 1 a.m., 1 p.m., Thursday 1 a.m., 1 p.m., and then Friday 1 p.m. The broke thing, I'll mention that quickly. You know, it kind of goes to anything else. At the start, don't be talking to Freemasons because you're interested in joining per se. Just talk to get more information. And then if you do decide you're interested in joining, just tell them that you don't have the money to pay for the dues potentially. Sometimes they will offer discounts. Sometimes they'll offer, free membership for a year. Who knows? And if they don't, then they don't. But you just explain the situation, right? And just ask.
I've I've always been down for family, and I don't have much family that I talk to, and there's a reason behind that. I'll tell you, like, some other time, like, behind, like, off screen or whatever, but, just
Well,
know that
you
whenever I stopped doing the bad things, I was a bad person because I didn't make any money for them. That's how that went down.
I mean, you've got the Square and Compass family, right? And I consider you part of that family. So
Yeah, and
we can
that's
really
what
it's
I'm proud of you. Big facts. I thank you, brother. I really appreciate you, man. I really
and
do.
I feel the same way. And Ryan, thank you. I look forward to seeing Ryan tomorrow with some pizza in hand. There will be no ranch. There will be no ranch on the pizza, Ryan. So just live with that. I will get extra anchovies in honor of Smokey the Clown. All right, guys. See you guys later. I'll talk to you
Much love.
soon. And Smokey, yeah, let's talk about doing another one of these. I'm trying to create like a regular schedule on the, in September on the 20th. I'm going to do a Insta live on the 21st, a 24-hour live. So maybe on the 29th, do another stream with you and I, September 29th, another one of these type of streams.
Sounds good to me.
Because we've got, I don't know how many numbers you normally get. We've got 101 people who's checked out this stream so far, which I feel like is probably about similar to what you get on yours, maybe a little bit more. But yeah,
Yeah, a
maybe
little bit
even
more. Most I've ever got was 87 or
maybe
88, something like that.
what we'll do is for the September 29th one, maybe I'll go on your stream. We'll switch it up that way. But
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
all right,
Bring all your friends and family.
all right, guys. Talk to you guys later. Smokey, it's been a blast. See you soon.
Yeah. Peace.
Okay.